This is a Boardwalk Audio podcast.
We are hipsters, so you know what we need?
Speak for yourself. I'll always deny it.
If you have a British accent, you can't be a hipster.
Be a hipster.
Spectacles. We all need spectacles.
Yeah, glasses. Eyewear. Warby Parker.
Yeah, Warby Parker, they're like sticking it to the man. They keep the prices low. They have in-house designers.
Actually, I had to buy some character glasses, and I just bought some fake frames from Warby Parker, and they're great.
That's
They're
awesome.
super nice, and you can make sunglasses out of them. And they also do that Tom's thing where they like give a pair of glasses to someone in need.
Oh yeah, they do.
Really
they
cool.
support charities. They help people who need spectacles who can't afford them. So if you have money to spend on them, though, you should go to Warby Parker. You get to pick 5 frames to try on and select.
Yeah. So they'll like send you the frames. You can try them on and wear them around town. Take them to the grocery store. Take them out.
Take them on a date. Buy them a glass of wine. See if they put out. And
or just like put them on your bed and roll around on them and see which ones respond to your body.
You might have to buy more.
And you might have to buy more. Yeah, don't break them. But if you go to boardwalkaudio.com/Warby, and that's WARBY. Warby.
Yeah, they will ship to you for free, and you can try them on and see what works for you.
Get clear.
I just drink wine.
We're good. We ready?
Welcome to the wine situation. That was a very definitive N at the end.
Yours felt very like restoration period. Like yeah, I listened to this image of you in like caked on like white makeup and like a curly wig.
And I have like one of those fake moles on my
And we're at like Versailles.
Yeah.
And you're just, like let them eat cake.
I am Mozart.
It was so Mozart to me.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I got some sort of like business like vibe, like you were about to.
Oh, you got a business vibe for me?
Yeah, like you were about to buy some stock.
Oh yeah, we're sitting in the airport and I'm on a business flight
You're
to
on a
Seattle.
business flight, so
Just really, I'm a businessman.
Well, you are Sean Buckles.
I am.
And I am Ellen Clifford.
You're Ellen Clifford. This is the wine situation, you guys. This is a show that pairs people's wines with an H
With wines without.
to wines without.
Delicious wines.
To grape wines.
The best kind.
Fermented grape wines.
Yes, and we're qualified because, we both took our intro court master's sommeliers test and passed.
We're pin wearing.
I wore my pins
passing.
today.
Oh my God.
I just remembered.
Holy moly. Ellen's wearing her pins.
I'm wearing my pins.
I love that the WSET pins is a lady drinking wine.
I know, me too. Yeah, I'm wearing I also did the Wine Spirit Educational Trust through the advanced, and I'm wearing all 3 pins that I have now.
Wow.
Level 2, level 3, and then our court masters.
If I had my Covell pins, I'd wear those.
Do you have Covell pins?
Nope.
No. Well, tell Dustin and Matthew to get on it.
We actually have Covell pens.
Oh, pens! Oh, haha!
That we can write with that say Covell.
These
on
are
it.
my Covell matches. Sean helped open Bar Covell, so he
yeah,
is a
there's
very
that.
important part of that, and he worked for Greg Conda's Wines, so
I did.
he's got the street cred. The wine
Street cred. What's your hip sip tip, Ellen?
Oh, my hip sip tip.
What's your hips drinking?
My hips are
hips
really
sipping?
feeling the alcohol. I drank a Pinot Meunier from Oregon by Eyrie. I don't know if you say it, EYRIE Vineyards, one of the first vineyards to bring like Pinot Noir and whatnot to Oregon.
Cool.
And it was amazing. Yeah, it was 2012 Pinot Meunier, Dundee, Oregon.
Yum.
It was everything you want a Pinot Noir to be, but like slightly more interesting.
Was it like unfiltered, kind of natural kind of vibe?
No, it wasn't that kind of vibe. It might be all natural, but I don't know that it was. It was like the label had handwriting on it, like the owner that like writes it. They make apparently really good wine, and I should have known about them sooner. It was a good sip.
There's good wine up there.
And then I can't find it apparently they're not making the Meunier, or at least I went on their website being like, I want to buy more, and there was no Meunier there.
There's just an error message that popped up.
Yeah.
It was the A with like a weird block.
Yeah. It was the messed up Apple phone
It was the messed up Apple
version.
phone that's happening with all of our texting.
It's ruining it for us. What's your hip sip tip?
I had a fancy, really old wine, Miraval Zinfandel, but it was from 1967.
That beats my 2008.
Yeah, it was a special wine for a special dinner at Bestia downtown, which was fantastic, and they were amazing. But yeah, it was a fantastic Zin, and it actually had a lot of fruit to it. It had like no sediment in the bottle, which
Interesting.
is so bizarre. And the fruit and acid and structure was there for a good half an hour, and then it just really
It fell over.
But we didn't even decant it. We just started drinking it.
Yeah.
But it's mostly just as the memento. The bottle's beautiful, so. It was great.
Cool.
It was very hip. It was
Really,
you guys.
now that both of us
hip.
have had aged Zins, you know that's the new thing.
Yeah, you guys screw orange wines.
Yeah,
Take your orange
fuck
wines.
that. Get some
Fuck
old
that.
Zin.
Get some old Zin. Get some old Zin.
Get some old Zin and get drinking. Should we intro?
Yeah, I'm going to pass the intro baton to you.
I will take it and direct the rest of this. And you okay? So our guest today, she has her own podcast that we're hoping to get in on 'cause it sounds like fun. IMDWeed. She does stand up. She's been a host on AfterBuzz TV. We have Kelly McInerney.
Hey.
Kelly McInerney. Hey.
Did I say that right?
Yeah, you did.
Okay,
McInerney.
Yep, that's it.
right.
Yeah, we like it.
I was worried because I was like, wait, they didn't ask my name beforehand. Sometimes people mess it up, but you guys crushed it.
All right.
We did it.
Yeah.
Well, you did it, Ellen. I just then
You wrote
mimicked.
my-
Copied. Yeah.
Yeah, I just copied. I just like verbally
It's the
mansplained.
reason I hold the baton.
But yeah, that's right. She is in the seat of power.
Oh.
You guys, just so you know.
I am. I do always sit here. I'm like, I have to sit at the end of the table.
I guess people probably pronounce it McInerney, right?
Yeah, or they think the capital I is an L, so they'll do McInerney.
I think I was originally wanting to say McInerney. Yeah.
McInerney.
McInerney.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a
McInerney.
variety of just mix.
Do you have a middle name?
Marie.
Marie.
Mm.
Oh, Kelly Marie McInerney.
Yeah, my mom was like, hey, you're not 100% Irish. Add some Italian in there.
Let's do it.
So that's the Marie.
Hi, Marie.
Yeah. How about you guys? Do you guys have middle names?
No. Absolutely not. It's really aggressive.
Wow. Yeah. What is your middle name?
Charles, Ellen, as we learn about each other. What's your middle name?
I know. This friendship keeps growing.
Live in front of you guys.
Bao. B-O-U-G-H.
What? That's your middle name?
Yeah. It's weird. It's a family name. It was someone who married into the family with the last name Bao, and then they started using it as people's... there's been an Ellen Bao Clifford before. The family tree.
Oh.
She never married.
The House of Bao? Bauhaus.
Bauhaus. Oh my God. If I ever make my own wine, that's what I'm calling it.
Yeah, the House of Bao.
I love it.
It's just chilled Gamay.
All day.
All day.
Gamay all day. Why aren't people saying that?
Right? Gamay all day. It's Gamay time, speaking of.
It is. It's getting to be Gamay season and
Yeah.
Gamay. So tell us what you want to whine about, and we'll start getting into the wines that we drink with it.
Sure. We all live in LA, as you guys know.
Listeners, if you don't, now you do. Welcome to hell.
Just people not following through on plans a lot, or just bailing.
Yeah.
A lot of people say, "Oh yeah, we're gonna hang out soon," and then
I say that
Yeah.
5 times a day to people.
yeah.
So is it more about people like getting people to nail down when they're gonna hang out, or is it when people just kind of are like, yeah, let's do that podcast, and then they just never show up?
It's kind of the same, not the same, but the people that are oh my God, we're gonna hang out soon.
Yeah.
Don't lie to me.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
We'll just be we'll just meet at open mics. It's fine, but just don't be oh my God, we're gonna go on a hike. Oh my God.
Yeah, and then you actually try to make the plans, and they ghost you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does bug me too. I'm like, you know what? I am gonna reach out. I would like to spend more time with Bethany.
Yeah, and then you feel wait, am I
Just made her
being
up.
super needy or
Yeah, and then you kind of feel like an asshole for
Yeah.
needy asshole being like, let's hang out.
I don't know. I try and make it's you have there's so many people in LA, and I feel more and more I'm finding myself in that thing where we all say to each other, we're gonna catch up, and it's always we're gonna catch up, and then a year goes by, and then eventually someone has a party and everyone shows up at once, and you can't really catch up.
That's
Yeah.
true.
there's too many people. Or it's a party you have to go to so you could see them again.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Well, we can explain our wine also.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Should
it
we cheers
eventually.
this so we can
let's
start to
cheers
enjoy?
this so we
Cheers.
can start to.
Cheers.
Welcome. Thanks for being here.
for having
Thanks for
me.
following through and showing up.
Yeah, seriously. It's highly appreciated in this town.
Yeah. What kind of wine is it?
Well,
Oh, whoa.
Whoa.
This is really good. I really like it.
It is
We were worried.
Petillant Naturel from the Gamay grape from Beaujolais. Happy Boules, the winery is Isabelle et Bruno Perraud. And a Pet Nat. It's a type of wine that's kind of trending now. As you can see, it's kind of there's some sediment in there. It's a little bit bubbly. And the reason it works for your wine is normally with wine, they ferment all the sugar out of it, and then the fermentation stops and they filter it, usually, not always, and then they bottle it. And by then it's a still wine. There's no bubbles. All the carbon dioxide is not in dilution. With the Pet Nat, they don't follow through with that fermentation. They don't let it finish, and they bottle it. But then, you get the bubbles. So, yeah.
Yeah, so basically,
it's a wine with no follow-through.
So this wine doesn't follow through in the same way as normal winemaking, when you would, allow fermentation to stop, and then you would filter and fine, or maybe do a secondary fermentation, too. But this one, they stop the very first fermentation where they start to get alcohol, and they put it in a bottle, and they put a cap on it. So therefore, it continues to ferment, and that's what makes it sparkly. That's the byproduct of the fermentation that happens.
Wow.
But yeah, it's this wine barely follows through. They're like, oh, we can't be bothered. Just put it in a bottle.
Yeah.
It'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But they're also kind of weird, and they can be very unique and strange for that reason, because you don't quite know what you're going to get.
They're a little risky. Maybe the second ferment won't start again. Maybe you'll just have a really sweet wine. This one's got a little residual sugar in it.
It does.
I feel like the yeast got tired a little early. It's I'm going to something about not. Okay, I stop.
It tastes like alcoholic sparkling cider, kind of.
Yeah,
a little
you
bit.
get that cidery vibe.
But blueberry sparkling, kind of berry-ish, right? I don't know.
Well, we could play.
You're good at this. I was going to say you're just jumping right into what's in the glass, and I'm loving it.
Yeah,
you're nailing it. Yeah, blueberry for sure.
It totally looks like someone crushed up some blueberries in there. That's the color exactly.
It's interesting because usually Gamay to me, this is pretty floral, but usually it's a lot more floral and
really?
that carbonic maceration. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess
Gamay can be really flowery to me a lot of times.
Maybe that's what I think of when I get all the vanilla and licorice flavors. Yeah, this doesn't have a lot of it.
Oh really? To me, it can be kind of flowery.
Man, I just buy most of my wine at Costco. You guys know your stuff, but this is good.
What's your go-to Costco wine?
I've been getting into rosé lately.
Okay.
So I'll just get some of those. I'll treat myself to the Sofia Coppola rosé.
Oh yeah, she makes a good one.
It's in the can now, not in a can.
Well, she makes the champagne at least champagne method in a can. But
right.
She makes. I've bought her rosé the other day to see how it was. It was good, and the bottle's so charming.
Yeah, it's so cute. It's roundish, and I don't know
like
how
a
to
little
describe it.
Provence rosé.
It's very I get it. That's Sofia Coppola's style.
Yeah.
That
and
makes
then
sense.
Brad and Angie saw it and were like, Miraval will have a unique bottle too. Because that gets you though, the bottle shape.
Yeah. Wait, they have a wine too?
Isn't that what? Wait, did I mess that up?
I'm thinking Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. That's
Yeah.
Whispering Angel.
But that's Miraval's the same
that's
one though.
Whispering
like same
Angel's-
winery. Whispering Angel is Brad and
Yeah,
Angie's.
Brad and
Really?
Angelina
Because that's
Jolie's-
my
yeah.
other one.
Is that you did?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Dang, that's funny. I didn't know that. That's great. That's a good one.
Yeah, I think
These are
is
people who
Miraval
know how
that
to
is-
follow through so far
Yeah.
that they even make their own wine.
Is that Mirabelle? Is that who makes Whispering?
Whispering Angel, yeah.
Angel? Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I just know Whispering Angel. That's it.
Yeah.
I've never
I stop
had.
right there. I'm like, man, know that one. I like it. It's good.
I like it too. If people didn't follow through and this was the result, I would be happy. If this type of wine was the result, I'd be happy with it.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
I'll take it. It's super natural, that's the lean towards all these natural wines where there's little interference and orange wine and all that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this one was I was really nervous about it because normally when they even a lot of organic wines or wines made organically, they use sulfur dioxide to preserve grapes, and it's a good thing because in this one apparently they don't use sulfur dioxide. They use all indigenous yeast. They just put the grapes out and come yeast, come from the air, land upon the grapes and do your magic, and it worked out for them.
It did work out. I'm always curious. I wonder how much they they must be certain that fermentation is happening before they put it in the bottle. It has to, right?
I guess so.
I'm not really
yeah.
quite familiar with the exact timing of making a pet nat, but
Yeah.
and the alcohol is probably pretty low. On
Yeah.
this.
Because
It doesn't taste. Yeah.
11%, not too bad, not too low.
want to keep playing What's in the Glass?
Yeah, go for it.
You started with so with that, we start with what we see. And yeah, like you said, kind of, these are not good glasses for seeing it, but it's definitely.
They're really nice glasses, though.
Fancy.
Yeah. Fancy.
Ellen's grandma. It's got it's a cloudy mixture. How would we do this in Court Masters? We'd be like, it is cloudy with visible sediment and visible gas.
Visible gas, yeah, for sure.
So then we move to the nose and take a whiff.
It smells like that part of Bed Bath & Beyond that has the Yankee Candle flowers.
Kind of.
Candles.
I was going to say it's a very spicy kind of
I'm
smell.
getting Yankee Candle.
But like a variety of like...
Yeah, exactly. Like a lot of like flowery candles. I get like purple flower on the nose.
There's like a hint of pine.
It's a pine, purple flower.
Huh.
Smells like nature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you getting a little bit of bread on the nose too?
A teeny. There's something a little funky.
Something a little funky. I just don't
like
know if
almost.
it's
I was thinking
or...
like tobacco-y a little kind of.
Maybe it's smoked. The wine
smoked. I don't know. It's got smoked just for you for your
campfire wine.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so then we taste.
I get the vanilla.
It's definitely off dry, or I would even say it's medium dry.
Medium dry.
Definitely the vanilla.
Vanilla for sure.
I don't know. I'd put the acid in the middle. It's got like some funky, like, I don't know how to describe the tannins in it. Do you know what tannins are?
Nope.
It was like mid-palate tannins for me. Although I did have a cough drop earlier, so
they're like fuzzy tannins.
Fuzzy.
They're like fuzzy. A little tannins are the thing when you drink a wine and you get that rough, drying feeling.
Okay.
And white wines and rosés don't really do it, but yeah.
Orange wines, though.
Yeah, a little bit.
To the funky stuff.
Tannins are compounds called phenols that come from the skins.
Phenols. Phenolics.
Ellie's like, why did I agree to do this?
No, I love it.
Teddy bear tannins.
Yeah, teddy bear
learning a lot.
Fuzzy. Fuzzy.
Shall we analyze the finish?
Ooh. What do you think? What do you think over there, Kelly?
I like it because it's something I didn't even know this type of wine exists. I'm just like a basic red, white, rosé.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's so cool to discover, like, you guys know so much, and it's always fun to learn about stuff.
Right.
Well, this has been kind of learning for me, too, because you don't see Petillant out all that much. Recently, all the wine celebrity, I don't know, the like winerati people have been getting super into, you see all the hipster somms out there, like, in their Petillants, and I'm like, I never see it hardly, much less drink it, so... Oh, yeah. I wanted to say I got it at a store called Vinovore. It's new. It's on Hoover. And they do like 95% of the wines are from female winemakers.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
And they have this way of like wine categorizing where you're either like a tiger or like an owl or a monster. I don't know. And like and this kind of person drinks these kinds of wines, hence this little dot on there.
Yeah,
so.
I forget which one, what
the
animal
orange?
The orange was. Was it a tiger?
Yeah. Might have been a tiger.
They take your quiz. You take a quiz there?
They don't actually. They give you like a little card and it has a picture of all these animals with like a color code next to it. And it's like, if this is your personality, these are the type of wines that go with this.
Man, that sounds awesome.
It's basically like,
it's a
like
good store.
Yeah.
Furries, furries.
Furries.
Yeah. But for wine.
Yeah. It's like furries for wine. Yeah. So if you're really into like...
Or if you're just like a furry that likes to drink, hey, here you go. Perfect store.
Let's take your fetish and amp it up.
Yeah.
With a specific kind of wine.
Oh, it's good though.
It's good, right?
Yeah.
I'm into it.
Yeah.
Good job, Ellen. Ellen picked this one out.
Yeah.
Thank you, Vinovore. I talked to, I'm forgetting her name now, but the owner, I was going to get stopped like a sweet wine that was just like a port where they stop the fermentation and then fortify it. And she didn't have that many ports. And then she's like, well, what about a Petillant? Because like they bottle that before it finishes. I'm like, oh, yeah.
Oh.
Smart.
And if we were in here drinking port, then we'd be getting fucked really fast.
Yeah, right. So do you smoke a lot of weed?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, she does this IMDWeed.
So are you like a vape or a bong or a
I mean, I'm not prejudiced to any. Like, I'll do anything, but
good old joint.
I like the edibles and just the regular weed.
Do you have your card?
Yeah, I my day job is delivering weed now.
Oh my god, that's got to be interesting.
It's actually not bad because everybody's very nice. Like I started to do it because I'm like, oh, this is going to be great stand-up material.
Oh.
Yeah, right? Yeah, for sure.
But everybody's very nice.
Oh, no.
There's no weirdos. So
what's your most unusual customer? Like going into like a bank and like the teller's like, oh, that's my order right here. You're like, well,
yeah. Nah, there's a guy that lives in a motel.
Okay.
I guess that's kind of
Interesting.
weird. But or people will if they're at the gym. Sometimes I'll meet outside the gym.
That is hilarious. Like people just
yeah.
while I'm working out, I might as well pick up my weed.
It's literally on the go. Like, hey, we'll fit to your schedule.
Now, is there like an app or like a text that
Are you like is it Uber? Uber weed?
Uber weed.
I think you just order it online, and then it's just text for because I'm just a driver. I don't know the
infrastructure.
But I think you just go on the website and do it. Because I used to do it. I ordered from a different weed place before I started doing it. But weed's not all my life.
No.
It's just this is a cool day job for now, so I'll do it.
Do you think it'll still keep going when it's legalized?
Yeah, I think so. They're having, I don't know what's happening with the law and stuff, but I think it should be fine.
Yeah.
Because it might even be easier.
Yeah, probably, yeah. And also, you seem to love movies because you put these two things into a podcast.
That's right, I do. Yeah.
That's right. Welcome to Los Angeles.
Yeah, but we have had people that nobody really bails last minute for podcasts, I think, which is good. So I don't have to whine about those guys.
That's good. Yeah, some people can bail last minute though.
Yeah. Sometimes they'll be super late, so we'll be like, we gotta smoke super fast.
Right.
We usually smoke and then see the movie, but one time
do you smoke at your place and then go, or do you just go in the alley and
we go down to my car in the parking lot,
smoke the place out?
Yeah,
there you go.
Just like high school,
just
bringing it back.
Bringing it back.
High school.
It's like we're sneaking off campus. It's break.
Yeah,
we go get high.
Yeah, that's what it is. But when it's legal, maybe we could just smoke wherever. Nah, but we usually go and we record the podcast in Burbank usually, so no smoking's legal walking around. So we have to kind of hide it.
Wait, is that true? You can't smoke anything outside in Burbank?
Not downtown Burbank.
What?
Yeah.
I think Beverly Hills is like that too.
Wow.
I think.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of good though. I was behind someone in traffic today and they were smoking a cigarette and it actually bothered me. And I was like, I shouldn't this shouldn't bother me. But it was enough where I was like, I just didn't want to smell that. And he was conversely driving a Tesla.
Oh no.
And I'm like, dude, you're canceling it out. All the good you're doing by driving that Tesla.
Well, I mean, he's helping the world, but he's hurting his body.
Right.
So that's his fault.
Well, he's also putting more carbon dioxide into the air.
Right.
He's burning that cigarette.
Yeah,
that cigarette, that tobacco cigarette is terrible for the environment.
It's not good for your lungs either.
No, it's not good for your lungs, but they can be delicious. I mean, I'm an ex-smoker. I love cigarettes.
I know.
I've never smoked.
I didn't know you smoked
really?
too. Oh, interesting. We're both ex-smokers.
Oh, yeah. Big time, yeah.
I just never... I think with weed, at least you get something from it. You get silly stoned or whatever. But cigarettes, I'm just it just tastes bad and.
Yeah.
Oh, I get woozy if I smoke a cigarette these days.
Really?
I can drink a ton and feel stable, and then I take a puff off a cigarette, and I'm like, whoa, shaky on my feet.
I used to smoke one cigarette a day because that's pretty much the only one that has any sort of effect on you, of calmingness. But yeah, I'd smoke it at the end of the day, and it was really relaxing.
That's not bad, though.
Yeah.
Just one?
Just one.
Yeah.
Just one cigarette.
A lot of people usually go through packs a day, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was never that
And it's more of
bad.
a compulsion.
Yeah.
Yeah, my brother used to smoke 2.5 packs a day of Parliament Lights.
Ugh.
They're engineered to smoke multiples.
Yeah.
I was a Camel girl.
Ooh, yeah, I was a Camel boy. I had Camel bucks. Oh my gosh, we used to collect all the dollars and buy garbage stuff with it.
I don't think they make Camel Reds anymore, do they?
Oh yeah, I'm sure they do. Yeah, I think they do.
That was something I liked. Your parents?
Oh yeah, my parents used to smoke Marlboros, and we used to do the Marlboro. We have a backpack and stuff for Marlboro.
Oh yeah.
Oh, interesting.
I think they did miles or something, or I think they did some sort of point thing too.
Something like that. I don't know. But they did the Reds, which I guess are real strong. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not the lights.
Right. Where'd you grow up?
New Jersey.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Congratulations on your new Democratic governor.
Thanks. Yeah,
Pretty
it's about
exciting.
time.
Yeah, right? You got rid of
Christie.
Oh
boy.
Chris Krispy Kreme.
Yeah. We had a female before him, though. I don't know if she was Democrat or Republican. I can't remember. But good. I'm glad. Well, it's a Democratic state, so it was weird that he was there.
Yeah,
the
he was
whole
there,
time.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that whole election result was I kind of was there's hope.
Yeah.
And Virginia coming out and being no, we are not going down like this.
Yeah.
We are not going to be known as a state. It was pretty exciting.
Hopefully. We'll see. I mean, today's a crazy... it's a crazy day with news and stuff.
Holy
Every
moly.
day.
Yeah.
It's a roller coaster, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think this episode will be about 3 weeks from now, and who knows what the world like.
Yeah.
Every day it just is more crazy news. I feel like
more or less.
it used to be boring to watch the news. Now it's like I kind of don't want to watch the news because I'll get stressed.
Yeah, it's like too entertaining at this point. You're like, this is too much. I can't believe that this is now happening too.
Yeah. Oh man.
And then we have no one in charge.
Yeah.
Oh man, oh man, oh man.
It's a scary
What are we gonna
world. It's a scary world.
It is a scary world.
How do you guys tune out when you're just like, I can't take this world anymore? I'm not going to follow through. What's your tune out? Do you have a
Smoke weed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
smoke weed,
okay.
honestly, yeah.
I don't. You guys both do, right?
Yeah.
You don't smoke weed?
No, I mean, I...
Do you dabble?
No. I went through a phase when I was like a wee teenager, smoking it for like one summer, and then it made me... I mean, it's probably different now than when I was smoking it back in the 90s. Like, I'm sure it's completely different. I don't know. I just don't.
Yeah, so it should be fun if we do come on your show.
Yeah.
I know. I'm excited because
The
I'm like, I
experiment
haven't been
will be-
high in forever.
We'll be Ellen.
Good.
Oh,
At least
shit.
you're open to it because that's what I was asking.
Oh no, I'll do it. Look, Kelly, for my art, I'll go far.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. Because a lot of people are like, oh, you have to smoke weed for him. Like, yeah, that's the whole.
Point
That's
of
why
the
it's
show,
called
yeah.
it. And we don't want to get stoned and then you just be sober and we look like dummies.
That'd be no fun.
We
We
look
all
like
have to be dumb. Well, I promise to be the dumbest, so
Nice.
I'll try.
That's entertainment.
There you go.
Get a stone.
I feel like every week I hear about another form of vape, or this one doesn't use any sort of additives, or this is all wood and there's no metal, and this is this.
It's crazy.
It's crazy, the competition, and the next, and this one's good for this reason, and this one's good for that reason.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't keep track of this stuff.
I'm just like, what's the cheap one
Yeah.
that
Yeah, exactly.
will last a decent amount of time? I do like the disposable vape pens, though.
Yeah.
Because I used to lose some of them, and now it's just like, all right, well, it's disposable, so I was going to throw it out anyways.
But sometimes it's just a good old-fashioned joint.
Yeah.
Can we just smoke a joint?
Yeah.
Just some chill weed, and be like, cool.
I'm
That's
not
our
good at
request when
rolling.
we're on the. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That's your
What about a pipe? I
do a pipe?
I remember I usually had a little glass pipe. Was what my friend and I did.
That's what I usually do because I'm lazy and it's just easy to.
Yeah, me too. You don't have to break it up and do all that stuff. Although I did get one of those packs things because my brother and sister-in-law, she was
What
like,
things?
Those are
packs.
cool.
It's like a
It's a vape pen type thing too, kind of.
Yeah, I don't really know what it's called, but it has an oven where it kind of heats it, but it doesn't burn it, so it's not carcinogenic. So it warms it though, and it creates a vapor. And then, but it's actually from the weed. It's not an oil. So unlike a vape pen that uses that oil stuff,
Yeah, it's a pod thing.
This is a pod thing. I don't know.
I know we deliver those PAX pods.
Oh yeah, PAX pods.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess PAX also has the cartridge you can put on there too. But this is an actual device where you put just weed in it,
Dang.
and then you can smoke it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. But it's supposed to be better for you than actually physically smoking because
Man, who says stoners are dumb? Look at all
Yeah,
this
you gotta figure
technology
it out. Yeah.
that is used to creating smoking weed.
Yeah, right.
It blows my mind.
I have a friend of mine though. She works at a weed company, and she's one of the only people that doesn't smoke.
Yeah.
And she is in charge of going to Sacramento and going to Washington and legislating and talking to people. But a lot of people she works with too are just we'll do it next week. They're fine. And they're just kind of want to have a job where they can be high all day.
Yeah.
But she's sober. She doesn't do drugs. So
Good
it's
for
a
her.
perfect job for her.
Yeah.
But she has complained a little bit. That's some of her colleagues at work being like, do you have to be so stoned right now? Can we just work?
Yeah, I don't like when people blame being stoned to do stuff. I have one of my roommates. I don't think she'll listen to this. She doesn't have
Everybody
Facebook.
listens to the Wine Situation.
Don't you know
Everybody.
the breadth of the audience?
She doesn't have
tens of
Facebook.
Our
hundreds.
influence upon.
Hundreds and
So your roommate.
thousands,
No, but she
tens of
Gallons.
gallons of people. I like to judge people
by their weight.
by their weight in gallons.
I'm
50,000
metric
gallons
tons
of people. Gallons. Oh, that sounds gross.
I don't know where.
How much do you weigh? No, but in gallons.
You're like 152.
12 milk cartons. Oh man. No, but she always blames doing stuff like she left the water running and stuff, and she's like, "I was just too stoned." I smoke a lot too, but I know how to
turn the water
live life.
off. Yeah. Oh, no wonder you need to complain about people without follow through.
Sorry, I'm so stoned.
Just like I'm late because I was so stoned. That's not, you're an adult now.
Yeah.
You know, maybe it works in high school to like blame being stoned because you're getting used to it. But if you always smoke weed all the time, you should know your limits and you shouldn't blame being so stoned. I don't know.
And also like maybe like not try and do things after you're stoned. If you know, like I don't really smoke pot if I know I have to do things.
Yeah.
Because for that reason, I'm like, fuck it. I'm not going to go, or I'm going to barely make it, or I'm going to get like really into like organizing records or something. And be like, I'm like, oh fuck, I'm 45 minutes late. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I got to go.
It depends on the amount. Like if I have a little bit, I could still do stuff. But if I, like, sometimes you're just like, I'm just going to smoke a bunch and watch a movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Just veg out. But yeah, I just hate when people use that excuse to like not do stuff.
To not follow through.
Yeah.
No excuse for not following through.
Or just like, I don't like when people plan out projects.
That was what I was thinking of the most in LA. I'll take a splash more. Thanks.
Kelly, would you like a splash?
Sure. Might as
like
well.
I have. Sorry.
That's okay.
I've been cast in so many things that never got made.
happened.
Yeah. They start and then they realize it's going to be too much something or other, and then they stop. It's like, thanks for wasting my time too.
Like, making movies is hard, man.
Dude.
So, or people like, a lot of people will announce things on Facebook, like, "Oh, I'm gonna do this with you," and then one of my friends was like, "Oh, we're gonna host a show together." I'm like, "Don't announce it unless it's true."
Yeah, I'm surprised by that.
I was real. And then what happened? His other show fell through, so he's like, "I'm just gonna make this show the other show, so you're not gonna be the host."
No, damn it!
I'm like, I knew this was gonna happen.
Yeah, right.
Now I look like an idiot.
Yeah. That's the biggest thing about this industry in this town is like people announcing things before they're actually anything.
Yeah.
Like, what? I have an idea.
I'm fixing to think about the doing of the things.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like, it like drives me crazy.
I kind of get it for like them, like if they have to write it down. So like if, I'm going to do this just so they can do it. Does that make sense? Like, I'm going to write this book just so they start writing the book, but don't use social media to do that.
Yeah.
Like, maybe have a journal or something to be like, this is what I'm going to do.
But here's my experience. If that's your impetus to start writing and that's what's going to drive you to create, you're probably not going to finish it anyway.
Yeah.
True, yeah.
Because there's
Are you just looking for validation or something?
Yeah. They're looking for some validation. You're looking to kind of get that end result without sort of like doing it. But it's compulsory, I think. Art is that you have to do it. You can't not do it. You try and not do it, and then fucking you're depressed. Yeah. So you're like, I got to say something. I got to put it out there in this way. That's people that do things. Yeah. Because it's like an illness.
No,
I'm not saying it's cool, but I'm saying like most of my friends that are constantly doing things, you're just like, I have to you have to do it. You can't not do it. Yeah. It's something that kind of chooses you. So I think a lot of people just look to the end result and try and just like want that.
I guess.
But it's not about the end result.
It's just the journey.
It's the journey. Basically, I'm just reading a fucking Hallmark card, but I'm trying to put it in cool words.
No, I think.
But it's true though. like Hallmark's right. That's why all those cards sell. That's why there's a channel.
That's why there's a channel. That's why those movies are so adorable.
Yeah.
That's why people watch them. Mm-hmm. It's true. You're right.
But just like, don't lie to me. That's the moral of the story.
Yeah. You guys don't fucking lie to Kelly. If you lie to Kelly,
we will come after you.
GD hockey sticks time. Ellen will come down there. Mm-hmm. She will bring her pentagram.
I will bring all the goth.
Fucking put a hex on you.
Yeah.
She'll bring all the goth doves. Yeah, you don't know that, right? Yeah,
I wasn't aware of that
doves.
Either.
Black doves. You ever seen a black dove? It's called a pigeon. She's gonna bring a cage of pigeons down to your house.
Shaughn,
I'm on a riff.
Excuse me, I have ravens.
Oh God! Just kidding. She's rolling hard this year.
Ravens.
She's upgraded.
I've upgraded from pigeons to ravens.
She's turned in her pigeons, and now she's got ravens.
They're a little more fierce.
So yeah, that's what's gonna happen.
Bigger beaks.
What?
Bigger beaks.
Bigger beaks.
Bigger
yeah.
beaks. Bigger beaks.
More blood.
Mm-hmm. Hashtag bigger beaks, guys.
Yeah.
Start it right now. Hashtag bigger beaks.
Coming now.
Coming on down. Do you want to ask some lightning round questions?
We have a lightning round.
Do you want to ask some wine questions?
We ask you.
Sure.
Bing, ching.
That's exactly what I think lightning sounds like.
Really?
Great job.
Thanks. I do like a lot of sound effects on the side. If you ever need anything, you can just text me offline. We can talk about it.
Okay.
I have a website.
Just sound effect website?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, whatever. We could talk. Sorry, I'm sorry. We were just having a conversation. Ellen.
No, I love it. I'm watching you guys I'm watching magic happen. So what is another term for the process of making the pet nats, the Petillant Naturel?
Oh, man. Fermented? You said they don't ferment it, though.
Partially.
It goes into the bottle mid
fermentation.
Okay.
And then it thinks about finishing.
So half firm.
Half
That's what I'm
firm.
gonna call it.
I like it.
I like half firm.
I mean, I was going to say méthode ancestral.
Yeah.
Originally, it was pretty much a mistake. It's kind of how champagne was invented. It was a mistake. They were like, damn it, we thought we bottled still wine. Now there's bubbles. And they're like, let's do it on purpose.
Wow.
That's how they get you.
That's cool.
That's how they get you. They trick you.
Yeah, the wine was like, have a free bubbles, free bonus bubbles. You didn't know you were going to get that. And
BB. Yeah,
start
but you guys,
chasing it.
all bubbles in wine were an accident. No one was like, I know, we'll put bubbles in wine. It was like, oh, shit, fucking bubbles again.
Yeah, they fought it for a
They
while.
fought it. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. They're like, how do we get rid of this? God, I don't know. Let's just pray. And then, they kept praying and they figured it out. God love them. God love them.
Dom Perignon.
Okay, I got a true or false. This is pretty.
Okay.
Okay, true or false? A pet nat cannot be a rosé.
Man, I'm going to say false.
Correct.
Yay!
That is true. We can have a red pet nat. We can have a rosé pet nat.
You can have an orange one.
You can have an orange pet nat. You can have a white pet nat.
What is this? Is this a red?
This would be a red.
This would be a red. This is a red pet nat.
It's a red one.
Wow.
It's like
RPN.
red pet net.
It's an acronym for red pet net.
Instead of RPMs. RPM.
Oh yeah.
How many RPMs you got? 4.
All of them.
All of them. 6. It doesn't make sense. I feel like we did
We
Charlie's
swear we
show.
haven't actually smoked weed.
Yeah, I swear. I feel like I'm getting maybe I am a little stoned, guys. Maybe I'm a little stoned.
Shaughn, we were hanging out before we came. I didn't see you
I
sneaking.
know.
You were like, gotta go to the bathroom for a while.
I
And
think
then
I got a
you came out
contact.
in a flag of a cloud of smoke.
Of weed. I think I got a contact high from Shelby.
Mm.
Yeah, my
His dog is
smokes
a pothead.
so much pot.
Oh my
God.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah, then she just starts whining, going.
Yeah.
And you're like, Shelby,
She's like, can I get some snacks?
we told you it makes you paranoid. Stop.
Yeah. She's like, someone's at the door. Someone's at the door. I'm like, no one's at the door. Calm down. And she's like, let's play pizza snack. And then she'll like, I want to take a nap. I'm like, wake up. I'm like, I am. Yeah. She's really manic when she smokes.
And then she just passes the fuck out on whoever's like any available app will do. She's just out.
It's all sativa. It's not indica.
Sounds like
super amped.
Sounds like a lot of potheads that I know. No.
Really? A lot like my dog.
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
They're all like your dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to ask another one?
One more. Yeah. What is the name?
We can ask 4 this time too.
Oh, okay. Well, what is the name
Break the
of this kind of closure? We'll put on the Instagram a picture of the closure. It's kind of looks like a soda bottle top, but there's a name for this type of closure for a bottle of wine.
Oh man.
Okay, we're gonna eat.
I'll give you a clue. I'm giving you a visual clue. That
Head.
And also, it's something the Queen would wear.
Crown.
One more word.
And then
Crown.
You're
head?
doing so well.
Yeah.
What?
Head crown.
Yeah, no, but then actually, what is
He's
it?
wearing a ball
Oh, lid.
cap.
Cap.
Yep.
Wearing
Cap?
a ball lid.
Yep. Go for
Crown
the
lid. Head crown lid.
You're so close.
Head crown cap. Sorry.
Crown cap.
Yeah. I said lid again. I meant cap.
She gets so many points for that.
Cap.
You guys are great at charades.
Oh, really?
Thank
yeah.
you.
You know,
I mean-
for radio personalities,
You guys couldn't see it, but
Important skill.
it's
They
a
were
really
very
important skill.
Well, we are going to start putting these on, what is it, Twitch TV soon, you know.
Sure, yeah, we're gonna go live.
oh, nice.
We're gonna put some GoPros in here.
GoPros,
I'm gonna
Wear
strap.
it on your head while you're drinking
Oh,
the
God.
wine.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna wear 4 GoPros personally. Yeah, and Ellen's gonna wear 6.
Oh yeah,
one's in the bottle.
Yeah,
one's in the bottle. Yeah, you see the perspective of the grape.
Yeah, and one's in the goblet.
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
from the depths of your drink.
Yeah.
There you go. It's just really extreme. This podcast is about really extreme, guys.
Thank you for helping us in figuring this out.
Yeah,
we were kind of a little lost. We have a meeting with the head of our network to discuss what we're doing next, and you have given us some good material.
That's what I'm here for.
Appreciate it.
I'm an idea maker. Or I'm good with brainstorming.
Then you don't have to follow through because you're done. You just need to make the idea and you're done.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't need an end result. Just like knocking my wine. No,
I don't need that.
I just need the beginning part, the idea, and then that's it.
That's your job. That's all you have to do.
And then I'm done. Put it on Facebook. Boom, success.
Yeah. I'm not gonna invite anybody to follow through or whatever.
I got this life shit done. Figured it out.
Yeah.
People. It's called an idea, and it's called a Facebook post. Done.
Sold.
Productive day. Check. Let's go to the movies. One more question for you, just for fun. What are thought to be the oldest sparkling wines in the world? This is kind of a gimme.
Oldest sparkling wines?
What are thought to be the oldest sparkling wines in the world?
Petillant.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so you got 3 of them right, so that's 30,000 points.
Yeah.
That's
what
really...
do I win?
Well, I don't know. It's end of the season total.
We'll refill your glass if you want.
Yeah.
You can have another glass of wine.
Another whole glass of wine. That's what you want.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I would think champagne would be the oldest, though. Or is that not a
It
wine?
came about because of these accidental pet naps.
Oh, okay.
And then they were like, oh, let's try harder to actually make this happen. So then they started fermenting it fully, following through, and then adding more yeast in the bottle to make it happen again.
More yeast.
More yeast.
More yeast.
You know what this wine needs?
Dead yeast cells.
Dead yeast cells, yes.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Does this wine have a lot of dead yeast cells?
All back to Charlie Sanders.
That's my Charlie Sanders impersonation of the character.
Yeah.
Dead yeast cells.
Nice.
It's good stuff.
Just want some dead yeast cells?
No, sir. We throw those out.
Where do you throw them out?
Oh, sir, I can't tell you. It's toxic waste.
You can tell me. I'm your friend.
That sounded scary.
We're friends, right? Delicious yeast cells that are dead.
I'm so scared.
Guys, this is a very, very intimate... Guys, roll your windows up.
Shelby has got to stop smoking so much weed before we record.
No, imagine me on the weed show.
Oh, man.
Gosh, this is going to be fun.
Yeah.
Super fun. One
I'd
last
like
question,
to see a
though.
Chick flick. Oh, what?
You want to ask last? Chick flick?
I'm just already requesting.
Hey, let me know.
I haven't seen Blade Runner yet. Will we stay stoned the whole 3 hours?
I don't. That's why some long
Yeah, do you guys
ones,
ever run out and then you're like, God damn it? Or you get sober before?
No, you kind of get. It depends on the movie. We haven't seen that. Well, I guess we've seen some superhero movies. Sometimes I'll eat an edible beforehand, though.
Oh, okay.
That takes like a half an hour to kick in.
And then
for
you're
me.
rolling.
Yeah, and I'm perf during the movie. But it depends on what you wanna, like how big you wanna go.
How far you'll go.
We also smoke we'll watch the movie, and then if you want to smoke after the movie before the pod, we give that option too. Just depends on the person and what they're comfortable with. Me and Jess are, always open to keep smoking.
Yeah. Very amicable.
Yeah.
Well, we have one more amicable question for
this
you.
One's easy.
This is just what's giving you some joy these days?
Giving me joy.
Joy, happiness.
That's great.
What's bringing you it? Joy.
I just want to hear more of the song.
I know.
What's bringing you joy? Ding.
Great.
Oh my God.
Ding at the end.
Shaughn is like making out with his microphone right
you guys
now,
are
more or
just
less.
really close to the mic. I'm sorry. Answer the question. You can.
Should I get closer?
Get close.
Was I so far away?
I feel
close.
so
Is
much
this better
closer
now?
to you.
So
Oh my
this way
God.
you can kind of take a little.
You're in
nap.
my
You can
ears,
have
you're
close
in
your
my
eyes.
body.
Yeah, you can close your eyes.
I always
and you can
wonder
just lean on the mic.
who else touched their nose on here.
It's probably it was at least over 3 hours ago, so their germs are dead.
That's true. I never thought about that. What brings me joy? I've been taking yoga lately.
Yeah.
And I really like that.
What style do you?
I just take this, just a class that's still yoga. I don't know. They don't have, it's not.
I love still yoga. That's where I did yoga.
Oh, yeah? Nice.
I love that spot.
It's
good shout out to Still Yoga, guys.
Yeah, great Groupon. That's what I...
Great Groupon.
Yeah. But I like it because they don't specify what levels. It's just all levels and all types of... I guess it's just regular yoga because it's like Downward Dog and Crow and all that stuff.
Yeah. It's like Vinyasa flow.
Yeah.
Word.
They do a lot of flow because they say that a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, hey,
flow.
let's do this. I did a headstand for the first time
Congrats.
yesterday.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Good job.
I was pretty proud of myself because I wasn't doing it, and the teacher was like, show me, and I'll tell you what's wrong. And then I showed her, but then I did it when I was showing her.
Wow.
I was pretty proud.
Just keep doing that.
But I can't do it again.
Congrats. Sure you can.
Yeah, you will.
We'll see. But I did the crow, and I was proud of that.
Cool.
So that, I think...
That's good.
Yeah, I'm usually like an angry person. Well, I always...
Interesting.
You know?
Well, she's from Jersey, you guys. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of
hide
anger.
it, yeah.
A lot of anger.
In my head. We are very angry.
We are an angry state.
Yeah. But I think it's mellowing me out and making me... And definitely bringing me joy.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
We loved having you.
Yeah.
You're great.
Thanks for having me. Sorry,
know.
I feel like I didn't whine as much. Was that?
No, great. Hey, we don't always have to whine.
It's like a suggestion from the audience. It just like gets us going, and it gives us an excuse to drink wine. So,
we got to talk about...
You did your job. You followed through.
Okay.
Yeah.
100.
Yes.
Yeah, we got a couple of jingles out of it.
Yeah.
It was really fun.
We got a recall of a character.
Oh, yeah, dead yeast cells. We got some dead yeast cells happening. We got all
I'm
kinds of
going
stuff.
on Facebook right now to call this a success.
We're
done.
We met up and did it.
Well, cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks,
Kelly
Kelly.
McInerney.
Thank you. Yes.
For listening,
Thanks for
dudes.
listening.
Was that a good episode or what?
Yeah, did you love it?
Have
Were
a
you guys
joy.
like, this is the best episode ever? IMDWeed, yo.
IMDWeed. We're gonna get on that shit.
Yeah, we are. We're gonna be hella stoned and do it.
In the meantime, like, you should get on our Instagram, the
Yeah.
Wine Situation on the Instagram. On Twitter, we're just Wine Situation. On Facebook, we're the Wine Situation. The Wine Institution.
The Wine Institution.
We're the Institution of Complainees.
Yeah. Thank you, UCB.
Thank you, CB. Thank you, Greg Condas. Thank you,
Thank you,
Cobell.
Greg Condas. Thank you, Cobell.
Matthew and Dustin for starting all this shit.
Yeah, thank you, Space.
Thank you,
Moon.
Space. Thank you, Shelby
you,
the
Planet.
dog.
Thank you, Shelby the dog.
Thank you, Wine.
Thank you, Whine. Thanks for everything.
Next week, we have a wine person, Whitney Adams.
Whitney Adams is on the show.
She's fantastic, you guys.
She is fantastic.
She's hot, too.
Wow.
I just, like, throw it in.
Yeah.
I mean, I get my crushes.
That's
anyway.
right. She's very attractive.
Yeah, we just recorded with her. That's why not that we record this after we record our other episodes.
No, we would never do that.
Ugh. Also, you guys, if you didn't check it out, go to #SoLA because we're guests on another amazing podcast that Charlie Sanders and Camille Knox do.
Yeah, #SoLA.
If you haven't seen it, get on it.
Yeah, it's very funny. We did that. They were
Seen
great.
it, listen to it.
Seen it, watched it.
Right.
Thanks for listening, guys.
See you next week.
Last, I just drink wine. I don't fuck with IPAs. I just drink wine. I don't fuck with Minute Maids. I just drink wine. I don't fuck with coffee mates. I just drink wine. Give me red, white, or say, don't touch me, motherfucker. I'm a sommelier.
This has been a Boardwalk Audio podcast. For more information and shows, visit boardwalkaudio.com. Don't forget to rate and subscribe now.